Hello? Hello. Ah, Hello, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to join our live stream. Before we start our Chinese Kung Fu Chanti ceremony, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Yi Tao. I'm a professional Chinese tea sommelier. In our live stream, in each tea session, I will select premium Chinese tea to share in our tea class to show how to brew it with traditional Kung Fu Cha. I will also explain it and explain all the details and the features regarding the flavor and taste about this selected tea. Today in our live stream, in our tea class, I would like to share this premium 杏仁 Sanchez 可以杏仁香 Almond and Dancong from China's Canton Province, Chaozhou City, Phoenix Mountain, Fenghuang Mountain. I don't have ever heard, ever tried this tea. You have some knowledge, experience about Chinese Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha. Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha is a very Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha is Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha has a very, let's say, unique style, including the setting, tea way setting, and especially for the tea setting. Just look at the tea way I'm using here. You see that in this Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha, here in front of me there are three teacups. Three teacups. Why it's not two or four teacups? You may feel confused. Don't worry, I'll explain why. In a traditional Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha, in a traditional Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha, the tea setting is very important. And you also notice that something that in this tea ceremony, you don't see this. You don't see this. Does anyone know how we pronounce it? Fair cup. 公道 in Chinese called 公道杯. Beside the three teacups, you see a beautiful clay teapot. This teapot is made from Chaozhou clay. I also call it Chaozhou teapot. This teapot is small and exclusively made for brewing Dancong. Why? Because in fact, for to deal with as a Oolong, this Dancong falls into the category of Oolong, Chinese Oolong, and Oolong in general is characterized by its very pronounced flavor and taste. This is the reason when you just new to Oolong, just remember one thing that Oolong, the water temperature is very important for Oolong tea. Okay, and this Chaozhou clay has preserves very well the heating. It has a great heating preservation. That's why in this Chaozhou Kung Fu Cha tea ceremony, I just choose it as our tea pot. Okay, so final questions. Now I write the name of this tea and the brewing recommendation and comment. If I'm new to this tea, then you can screenshot. Or when you have this tea, then also just using our in the description, in our link, the tea link, using the description, there's the details about bringing recommendation. Okay, we call it in Chinese called 信任香. Second digest. So funny questions. Besides 杏仁香, for Dancong, for Chinese Dancong reference, Dancong signifies single wash. Besides 杏仁香, we also have 鸭屎 scent, 鸭屎香, 蜜兰香, honey orchid fragrance. This is a very special scent I want to share with you today. It's called Almond scent, 杏仁香. Okay, this tea is from Phoenix Mountain, Fenghua Mountain, above 900 meters. And okay, and now if in our tea class, if you have any questions, just feel free to share in our comments. As usual, before we start to brew this tea, I would like to show you. Yeah, we always this is our way to show you the dry tea before we bring. This tea physically is it's beautiful. This tea has a very beautiful brown yellowish brown only color. This it's a little bit cooly, naturally cooly, and then other compare with other Dancong, such as dark sheet. This tea, you can notice that the strip of this tea is smaller than dark sheet. Just look at the color. And the dry tea has sweet, baked, caramel fragrance. I cannot wait to try it. If you have any questions, just feel free to share your comment now. Don't be shy. Just share comment. Just share your thoughts, your questions, your comment. I would like to have more reaction uh, with you. Okay. This 杏仁香. Here you see I will perform a traditional 潮州功夫茶 for you, and you see that first of the layout of the tea setting is very interesting. 3 teacups, 1 cup, without any without a 3 cup, 空倒杯. To brew a good cup of 凤凰单丛, 杏仁香, almond scent. Here we need to pay attention to the 3 key points. First thing, tea to water ratio. This tea, if we just beginner, you're just trying to say beginner. Hello. If you just start to drink Chinese tea, for this tea to water ratio for this 杏仁香单丛, tea to water ratio you can use around 1 to 30. For instance, if your teapot 120 ml, you take like 4-5 grams. If you already try some Chinese oolong before, as this Dancong has a certain mind temperate intensity. Intensity here is referring to the strength of the tea. So for this single example, if I'd already tried some oolong, we can use 1 to 20 like this teapot. 120 ml, you can take 6 to 7 grams. This is for tea to water ratio. Moreover, we need to look at the water temperature. Water temperature for any kinds of oolong, water temperature is the essential. Please use just boil the water. Just boiling water is the best. And steeping time. Steeping time here is very important as well. And steeping time, very short tea, water in, water out, a few seconds. For this tea, you cannot steep over time because you see that we already use very high tea to water ratio, very hot, just boiling water. And if you steep over time, this tea will taste very strong. It's if you're just new to this Kung Fu Cha, Chinese Kung Fu Cha, don't worry, you'll learn with the time. Now, with my explanation, it may sound a little bit complex to follow, but don't worry, you will learn with the time. Okay. Okay. So, final questions. Now, okay, everything is prepared. Everything's prepared, and also explain the bringing recognition to you. Now we can start our tea ceremony. 潮州功夫茶 tea ceremony. Okay, first of all, we need to the first step preheating process. We need to preheat all tea ways. We're gonna use teapot and the teacups. How do we preheat the tea ways? Very simple. Just look at preheat. Preheat to the teacup as well. This is our first step. Preheat. First step. Preheat the tea way. And now, after pour the hot water out into teapot of the teacups, now we preheat the teacups as well. Here, there's a few ways. You can just discard the water, or you can use how we say that squeezer to because now the water is very hot. If your finger cannot stand, or you can follow the traditional way to use your finger to preheat the teacup one by one. So like what I'm doing. we finish this preheating process. Now we can, second step, we call it moist the tea. Moist the tea. Second step, moist the tea. Please enjoy this premium 杏仁香 almond scent Dancong. The dry tea is very fragrant with a very pronounced sweet baked floral fragrance. Now we start to moist our tea. This moistening infusion we don't drink it. We don't drink in this infusion. We just discard it. Okay. So final questions. Now everything is finished the preparation. Now we can start our tea. Now we can start to brew this tea. Let me repeat. Uh, let me repeat. Highlight the key points again. This tea is this sentence and actually is characterized by its very pronounced floral fragrance and unique almond scent. That's why we call it almond scent Dancong. And besides with amazing mellowness, very rich and raw flavor in the taste. Okay. So when you deal with this this almond scent, make sure that the water hot enough. Please use just boiling water. Just boiling water is the best. Tea to water steeping time, water in, water out. Only a few seconds, very fast. Please do not steep over time. Steep over time. Water in, water out. Water in and water out. And here there's a tip to stimulate the flavor and taste from the tea. Keep your head water high. Keep your kettle high to create a strong and fast water stream. Get high flash. Keep your kettle high. See what I'm doing? Water is hot enough. And we are waiting our water. If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comments. I would like to have more interactions with you, okay? So that I can know you better, explain better for you. For the moment, we are brewing in Chinese 杏仁香 almond scent Dancong. If you get to high, water in, water out very fast. Drop every drink, especially for the last few drips, because they are very strong. Now, wow, here this is 杏仁香. Our first infusion. This tea is from Fenghuang Mountain, above 900 meters. This tea, mm, as it has a very rich substance inside, this tea is highly resin, can be re-infused over 10 times, 10, 12 times. Wonderful. This Xinjiang is characterized by its very pronounced floral fragrance, and plus almond scent, almond aroma. It smells very refreshing, very um, well bodied, and plus sweet fruity fragrance. Wow. The first it tastes so fragrant. Not only this fragrance not only for nose but for your taste bud as well. When the tea uh, comes into your mouth from the first sip, uh, you will be overwhelmed by these rich, uh, intricate fragrances of this tea. It tastes very mellow, very flavored, with an intensity, with an intensity. After drinking this very pleasant almond scent, like almond scent. Okay, almond scent. When you drink this tea, almond scent here is referring to the baked nut fragrance and flavor. Because almond, almond has very varied. Has a very varied types. But just remember that this almond scent is referring to the baked nutty aroma and the flavor. after drinking is great after great sweet after taste. It tastes very it's well balanced with temperate bitterness and astringency. A moreover taste, it sounds it sounds paradox, and besides it tastes very sweet as well. So, funny questions? This tea, well, this tea, this tea impressed me with its very rich flavor text and plus intricate aroma profile. Every sip is so every sip is so round. Each sip is so round and well balanced. This tea, for each sip, you may find that's very interesting because this tea embodies from a few features, taste features such as sweetness, freshness, acidity, bitterness, and aromas. Those. That's why I always say that you barely hear that I use well balanced this word to describe other justice except Oolong. Because Oolong, technically, Oolong has the richest mouthfeel, mouthfeel, richest mouthfeel. Why? Why I'm saying so? I don't mean that other Chinese tea is not good as Oolong. This is Oolong tea's character, especially for Dancong tea. Because this tea, from the from when the tea comes into your mouth, when it from the first sip, from the first sip, uh, you will feel and perceive this uh, complex fragrance and taste. This tea, this tea, regarding the tea texture, this tea is not as smooth as like wine tea, like dark tea. Dancong. Dancong has pronounced the tea flavor taste, and besides uh, unique tea texture. Why? Because when this tea, just like this tea embodies astringency and bitterness, temperate astringency and bitterness. So when you drink this tea, uh, you will feel the freshness, sweetness, and astringency and bitterness. But this bitterness and astringency, they will quickly disappear of your taste buds and convert into very pleasant, lingering flavor and sweet aftertaste. This is why this is this is a feature to make Dancong so recognizable once you try it. Once I try it, okay. If I'm interested in this almond scent, 杏仁香单丛, please go to check out tea shop link in our video. Okay. So final questions? Fragrance. This tea has salad, floral fragrance uh, plus almond scent, baked nutty fragrance, and sweet fruity aroma nectar fragrance. See, I strongly recommend it. Now we can continue our second infusion. So, funny questions? Just don't be shy. If you have any questions, feel free to share or comment. For the moment, we are bringing Chinese singing some almond scent. Ooh. For the moment, we are waiting for our water. Oh, yeah. By the way, yeah. In the beginning of live stream, I forgot to introduce. Dancong, Dancong. In Chinese called Dancong. Dancong signifies single batch. You know, Dancong, Dancong. Yeah. I don't. I don't want to go further into this, so you may get confused. Just remember that Dancong is made from Fenghuang Shuixing tea cultivar. This tea cultivar has very pronounced. When you smell the fresh tea leaf, this tea cultivar has a very pronounced aromatic feature profile. Uh, Dancong, 凤凰单丛, Phoenix Dancong, we also call it as tea perfume wine because for the nowadays we discovered that for the fresh tea leaf, just for the fresh tea leaf before the operation, the fresh tea leaves nowadays we discovered that has more than 50, varied aromatic substance and and you can imagine, especially after complex Dancong tea making craftsmanship. That's why this tea. The if you ask me what the most pronounced feature about Dancong, we say fragrance, fragrance profile, fragrance. It's a pleasure for it's a pure pleasure to drink it to drink it to smell 凤凰单丛 fragrance naturally highly refreshing floral aroma plus fruity fragrance. Okay, for the moment we are bringing this 杏仁香, one of the top 10 most famous scents in China, in Dancong. 它 Dancong, do you know how we classify Dancong? Dancong, for Dancong, there are um, you have a lot variations, but according to we classify it according to the scents, like in our tea shop. Besides this almond scent, we also have a dark shade, 鸭屎香，蜜兰香，honey, orchid fragrance actually. It's very interesting. Even they both dance, but just featured by different scents. Can you imagine it? It's very interesting. Now we continue our second infusion. This tea is from Fenghang Mountain, above 900 meters. And you know, in China, we always say mountains, mountains surrounded by mists, high mountains surrounded by mist and clouds produces better tea. This is proof. Now we continue our second infusion. Here we are using just boiling water. We're using just boiling water and keep your kettle high to create a fast and a stream, water stream. Water steeping time, a few seconds, water in, water out. Kettle high. And then we drip out. Okay, that's our second infusion. Please look at. Can you see now? Please look at this beautiful. This tea has a beautiful honey color. Can you see that? Honey color. This almond scent. First of all, um, this tea. This almond scent. First of all, extracts. Very pleasant, temperate, uh, baked, nutty fragrance. That's why I call it almond scent. Uh, almond scent. The second latest tea is also featured by its intricate, refreshing floral floral aroma plus fruity fragrance. The fragrance is long-lasting and well-bodied. tastes very sweet. Tastes sweet with the mild astringency bitterness. It's very fragrant, mellow, with robust flavor in the taste. When you drink this tea, when you drink this tea, please try to leave the teas for a while inside your mouth to fully perceive its intricate fragrance and rich taste. This tea highly recommend to you. If you're interested in this almond scent Dancong, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. After drinking, there's this very sweet aftertaste above the taste bud. Sweet of the taste. So funny questions? You see, is highly resonant, can be brewed over 10, 12 infusions. For certainty to receive gas, this is the Almond highly pregnant. It's sweet. Now we continue our third infusion. Here, there's tips. There's a tip I want to share with you. Keep your kettle high to create a strong and fast water stream. Keep it high flashing. Water in, steaming time. Water in, water out. water in, water out. And clear every drip, because the last few drips, they are very strong. Let's look at this beautiful honey color. This almond scent is characterized by some temperate, baked, nutty fragrance. Almond scent plus a refreshing, sweet floral aroma and a fruity fragrance. Nectar, sweet nectar, uh, natural scent. This tea has a very intricate fragrance profile. Besides, it's long-lasting and well-bodied. And we can guarantee that the fragrance you perceive from this tea, the fragrance is 100% natural from the tea itself. This is our fourth infusion. If you're interested in this Phoenix Dancong almond scent, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. It tastes fragrant, aromatic, mellow, sweet, with some mild astringency bitterness. This is our fourth infusion olive. The fragrance is subtle, and very. When you drink it, the tea fragrance tastes very subtle. I drink too much because every let's oh yeah, I almost forgot to explain this. The second, I will continue our fifth infusion, and I will say in the beginning, our live stream, I told you that I want to explain why in this Chaozhou Gongfu the layout. I want to explain the layout of the teacups. Why sweet does in this layout rather than 2 or 4 or 5? very long lasting. So funny questions. For the moment, we are brewing Chinese Chao Zhou Gong Fu Cha. The tea is 杏仁香 almond and Dancong. For the moment, we are waiting for our boiling water. If you have any, you just pass by our live stream. Have any questions? Please feel free to share your comments. Do you know what's this? During this wasting time, this during as we still waiting, I want to show you, introduce something, something particular. Probably you never seen in your life. This wood bracelet necklace. This one is made from Chinese Hainan Island, from Chinese Hainan Island, Hainan province. Agar wood. This is made from agar wood. In Chinese called 沉香 agar wood. This agar wood is featured by its second intricate floral, sweet floral, and a fruity aroma, complete with long-lasting coldness and the milky aroma as well. This agarwood, this agarwood exuding a very healing, soothing, natural aroma, 100% natural, 100% natural. It's just again. This bracelet is very neutral, can fit a lady and gentleman. Can wear any clothes with jeans, shirt, or suit. It's very. This fragrance is very. These natural, intricate fragrances are very healing and soothing, especially when you feel tired, when you're stressed, when you're tired, there's anger. When it can relieve your stress and your tiredness. More over 100% natural aroma. You can compare this, and you will never get this fragrance from any artificial perfume. This underwood, in China, we call it the wood of the gods. Wood of the gods. And then you may you may feel confused how these natural aromas form. It's very interesting. Uh, let's say agarwood tree, uh, due to the uh, due to the, let's say, injuries such as thunder strike, and animals heat and capture. And this agarwood tree will secrete a special resin to cure the injuries. And this is how agarwood fragrance formed. It takes at least 7-8 years for the growth of agarwood tree. That's why agarwood is always seen as one of the most precious and most expensive tree in China and around the world. Agarwood, for the use in history of agarwood in China, has more than 2,000 years. Agarwood is not only for perfume, for the for okay, now it's made as It's made as necklace and bracelet. Uh, Originally, we also burn it as incense. I think most of you already heard heard before Chinese incense. And this is designer wood is from the best agar production ever from my island, Hainan Island. This one, if you're interested, this is we have you have two options. This one is rock beads. This one is very beautiful. The color is neutral. You can also wear it as a I love this milky and plus colors. Every time when I love to every time when I smell I will feel always so much relieved. You can also wear it as necklace and bracelet. It's beautiful, right? It can fit with any color. As the color is like the color is brown, yellowish brown, yellowish brown. The color is very low key. Can match with any style, any clothes you want. Or you can this multi-function you can wear as a necklace, or bracelet. Designer wood has a superb natural diamond healing, soothing diamond plus sweet floral fragrance and fruity aroma plus accompanied with long-lasting corners and milky fragrance with a great layers of aromas. If you're interested in this sandalwood bracelet necklace, please go to check out T-shirt link in our video. Okay, now we continue this is our fifth infusion. Continue our tea. This is water. Just get boiled. Okay, let's continue. Okay, keep your candle high. This is our fifth infusion. Please look at our tea soup. Beautiful honey color. Now I want to explain. I need to explain why why this teacup layout. Why three teacups rather than four or five, two teacups. Okay. This is a traditional layout with the three teacups. And also, please look at the setting, the layout of those three teacups. From my angle, it's three teacups. This layout is a shape like a Chinese character pin, pin, pin. We pronounce it pin. This layout, a pin. What it means? This character signifies negotiation, appreciating something, negotiating something. That's why this is the meaning. That's why we set up the three teacups as a pin character. This is the reason why we don't display two or five characters, the teacups. This is the reason. I write in our comment. You see that it's very lovely. So funny questions. As I'm drinking along here, um, in general, this tea, okay, for Almond, for Almond, 杏仁香, this tea has temperate intensity. Means this tea, in fact, this tea compared with the Chinese wine tea, green tea, this tea has a temperate intensity. So before you drink this, make sure that you can eat something before drinking this tea. Because this tea, due to this even this intensity, strength of tea is mild, uh, uh, temperate, but just as a reminder, eat something before drinking this tea. Now it's our fifth infusion. This tea is too much for me. After five infusion, I just feel for the moment. Uh, right now I'm using handcrafted Changzhou clay tea. If you have you leave some tea and you don't consider to drink it, you can pour the tea over the teapot to moist the teapot to create a beautiful finish. Sweet. Okay, I'll come back in a few seconds. Then we will continue our tea break section. Please look at this. Please look at this handmade and painted Jaisita from Jingdezhen. There's a very lovely, interesting mini painting on this cover. This is a traditional painting. We call it children's drawing. Please look at details are very child. This hijab is operated with a Chinese funny rules. When you touch it, when you touch the top, you can feel the thickness of the pigment. Children's drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please look at it. So lovely. With a very classical teacup shape. We call it 压手 teacup. If you're interested in this children's drawing cup, please go to the channel to show the children's drawing. also have this one. The same painting, children's drawing. This one, the world is large, 115. It's also operated with traditional Chinese porcelain craftsmanship, fengcai, family rose. When you touch it, you can feel the thickness of. Sorry, this we call it doucai. It's operated with doucai, blue white porcelain plus family rose. Doucai. It's it's a traditional painting, a mini painting on this teacup. We call it children's drawing. Very lovely. Look at each kid's face. It's so lovely. That's a beautiful one. This one room is large. You can drink coffee, uh, cappuccino, whiskey, water, hot tea, any beverage you want. Tea. This teacup, I don't know. Probably you're not familiar with this craftsmanship. This dou is one of the most skillful person craftsmanship in China. To finish a teacup like this, and for the painting, it takes two artisans and has been to, let's say, has this cup has to be fired for twice. Why? Because the first firing is for the copper pigment. The first artisan is paints the outline of the painting, and then the second artisan continue to fit up inner with uh, 粉彩 craftsmanship. This again is very skillful, handmade, hand painted Chinese artwork. This one is operated with a very one of the most skillful person craftsmanship. Blue, white porcelain underglaze red. This one is amazing, superb artwork. Look at this underglaze red. Look at the underglaze red 釉里红 is characterized by its flowing, let's say, flowing pigment. It looks like this pigment is flowing. To finish such bright red color, that's almost perfect. Perfect. Because to reach such green, reach such red, it's really very difficult. 100, 140 ml. can brew any tea you want. This one, highly recommended. It's really this one I love. Very delicate, refined. Wow. Please look at this super delicate Chinese teapot. 100% handmade and painted. This one's made by our master Wang. Let's look at the details of the painting. Look at this lotus, so lifelike. When you touch it, you can feel the thickness of it. It's a very delicate lotus painting. Two sides fully painted. It's so fabulous. A super mini painting, lotus painting teapot. This is a caution. Inside is a raw food. Very elegant, delicate, super teapot. If I'm interested in this teapot, please go to check our tea shop in our bill. So many questions? Hello. So many questions? If you're interested in anything we're showing our live stream today, please go to check our tea shop link in our bill. My name is Zita. I'm very happy to see you in our live stream. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach us out. See you next time. See you next time.